This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
So I just got done doing a video about the 7 hours and I believe 37 minutes of a gap in Donald Trump's communications on January 6th. The 457 minutes of missing phone calls, which would constitute a destruction of White House records, at the very least, and at the most, obstruction of justice, if this ever finally gets taken up by Merrick Garland. And I preface it with talking about a video I just did that you may have watched, because of the fact of this headline right here from the AP. A judge, Trump likely committed crimes related to the election. Not that Donald Trump, maybe he did some shady shit that was not really above board, and that's unethical. Not that. A federal judge has said that Donald Trump likely committed crimes. And crickets from the Justice Department. A federal judge on Monday asserted it is more likely than not, quote unquote, that former President Donald Trump committed crimes in his attempt to stop the certification of the 2020 election, ruling to order the release of more than 100 emails from Trump advisor John Eastman to the committee investigating the insurrection at the United States Capitol. You see, what's happening here is John Eastman is this goon from Chapman University in my former home, Orange County, California. And he outlined a sinister, pernicious, false memo that imbued one single man, Mike Pence, with the power to overturn the election results, canceling democracy effectively. Conservatives whine and complain about cancel culture, but that is what they intended to do with the 2020 election. Cancel it. Cancel democracy. Cancel your vote. 81 plus million Americans who voted for Joe Biden disenfranchised by one man. John Eastman thought it could be done. He postulated, he argued. And Donald Trump wholeheartedly believed this. The ruling by U.S. District Court Judge David Carter marked a major legal win for the House panel as it looks for correspondence from Eastman, the lawyer who was consulting with Donald Trump as he attempted to overturn the presidential election. Quote, based on the evidence, that's key. Not based on his opinion, the judge didn't write. Not based on the smell in the air. Not based on his particular political persuasion. Based on the evidence. The court finds it more likely than not that President Trump corruptly attempted to obstruct the joint session of Congress on January 6, 2021. Carter, who was nominated by former President Bill Clinton, wrote in the ruling submitted in the Federal Central District of California, Eastman was trying to withhold documents from the committee on the basis of an attorney-client privilege claim between him and the former president, the ex-president. Associated Press. The committee responded earlier this month, arguing that there is no legal exception allowing the discourse of communications regarding ongoing or future crimes. See, this is what Republicans would have you believe. That if a dude and his lawyer walk in to rob a bank, and they catch the lawyer and they want to ask him questions about the bank robbery, and he says, that's my client. Attorney-client privilege has to be maintained here. Not if you act in commission of the crime. And John Eastman knows it as well as anybody else. Charles Burnham, an attorney representing Eastman, said in a statement Monday that his client has a responsibility to his attorney-client privilege, and his lawsuit against the committee seeks to fulfill this responsibility. Quote, it is not an attempt to hide documents or obstruct congressional investigations, as the January 6th committee falsely claims, Burnham said. And of course, Donald Trump's dum-dum lawyer, Taylor Budowich, a Trump spokesperson, not lawyer, also responded to the judge's decision, calling it an absurd and baseless ruling by a Clinton-appointed judge in California. He called the House committee's investigation a circus of partisanship. Look, we all witnessed what took place on January 6th. We all witnessed it. It was live on international television. The insurrection played out. And to investigate said insurrection, the failed coup attempt, is not a partisan exercise, unless the protection of democracy in your eyes is partisan. Which says more about the Republican Party and where they stand right now, today, in American history, than it does about the actual investigation. That they believe protecting democracy is partisan says a ton about what their motivations are. Finally here, the March 3 filing from the committee was their most formal effort to link the former president to a federal crime. Lawmakers do not have the power to bring criminal charges on their own and can only make a referral to the Justice Department. Now, to many of you, the thousands of you who think that I am an alarmist or believe that Merrick Garland is doing something, this statement should give you pause. The department has been investigating last year's riots, but it has not given any indication that it is considering seeking charges against Trump. The Associated Press, the straight shooting, nonpartisan Associated Press, but it has not given, the Justice Department has not given any indication that it's considering charging Donald Trump. That should enrage you. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, that should enrage you. Because if you acted in this manner, if you did even a fraction of the things that Donald Trump has done publicly, you'd be behind bars. You'd be brought up on charges. You'd be yanked in before a grand jury before you were actually indicted and then brought before a jury of your peers to face judgment. But not Donald Trump. And that's problematic on many, many fronts. What do you think, though? I would love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Follow me on social media. I'd love to hear from you there. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. And if I bring you some value, whether that be information or passion to go into your week and argue these points with your neighbors and your family and your friends and your coworkers, please consider supporting my work here on the platform. For $2 a month, you can become a channel member. Click the join button below, see what's involved. And for, like I said, $1.99, you can help produce and support what I do right here. Or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for putting up with with me. Thanks for putting up with me. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine and take care of one another.